We're the Mount Tabor Preservation Project. We basically started out in 2016 as a volunteer group to clean out the former Mount Tabor AME Zion Church. I was a former congregant, but there were neighbors, former congregants, descendants, people that had history background, preservation background, all came together with the United Way Day of Caring to clean out the church. Well, I think that one of the most important things to point out is that last year, the borough of Mount Holly Springs took ownership. Them taking ownership allowed us to be able to write grants. Our goal is to work through the phases with the understanding that the phases of restoration and preservation may change based on necessity. Because the church is circa 1870, and being that old, we're finding out that the roof is not as sturdy as we thought it was. So we'll be working through adjusting our phases of restoration. And, there are so many ironies with our story. The irony is that the South Mountain Mini Grant is going to help us in our first phase of restoration, which is the restoring of the foundation, which is made of South Mountain stone. So it's just like everything it falls into place. We know that we have a lot of work to do in the church, but already we're talking about what are the gardens, what are the natural flowers. We're making lists. What did we see when we were growing up that was in the wood, so that we can make sure that we can get that back into the woods and mark it and put up a kiosk that talks about the surrounding plants that are native to that area and that were there in the 1800s, and see how today can be backed into yesterday and how it all blends together. South Mountain's still standing there, and guess what? People that walked over the mountain and built this church, the church is still standing there. Their descendants are still standing there. Congregants are still standing there. The town is still standing there. When people hear our story, they've been very generous, and not only with funding, but with sharing the story. We will be successful when more people hear about us and want to know more about us and visit us.